In this video, you will see what is the top 10 must-have units in update 18.5. Every units in this video are all obtainable and not from trading. I do want to know, what do you think is the best unit in update 18.5? And remember to subscribe and like. And with that being said, in no particular order, the first must-have unit is Vegeta Magi 2. Vegeta Magi 2 is one of the newest ground unit added in this update 18.5, and he became one of the most strongest ground units with his full AoE at later upgrades. Vegeta Magi 2 stats a max upgrade and max level R of 114,000 damage with his SPA at 10.1 seconds, making his damage per second at 50,891.08, which is insanely overpowered. Especially at later upgrades, he will become a full AoE and become a multi-hit, which will be great against shield enemies. How to evolve Vegeta Magi is by defeating the new raid Sacred Planet countless of times. Especially, you'll be needing 400 Magi Mark and Star Fruits to evolve Vegeta Magi in this update 18.5. The best trait you can have on Vegeta Magi 2 is unique, as he is a 3 placement. Vegeta Magi 2 damage types are physical and light. Alright, next unit is Guts Berserk. Guts Berserk is still one of the strongest ground unit with his full AoE, as he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades in this update 18.5. Guts Berserk stats a max upgrade and max level R, 326,850 damage with his SPA at 12 seconds, making his damage per second at 27,237.5, which is insanely strong. Especially, Guts is a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. Guts also does an addition of 25% bleeding and 4 ticks, which is the best tick you can have on a bleeding unit. How to evolve Guts to Guts Berserk is by defeating the Eclipse portal, which can be obtained through the Windham Infinite mode, which is incredibly easy. Especially, the map is huge, so you can place further back if you are struggling. Guts Berserk damage types are physical and fire. Okay, next unit is Ain's Overlord. Ain's is one of the best ground unit, as he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades and becomes a full AoE, as well as he summons unit, which will deal 1 million damage at max upgrade, which is extremely strong in this update 18.5. Ain's Overlord stats a max upgrade and max level R, 345,152.44 damage with his SPA at 10 seconds, making his damage per second at 34,515.24, which is one of the most overpowered damage per second. Especially, he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades and become a full AoE. Pog. How to get Ain's Overlord is by awakening the Overlord staff after sacrificing 3 evolved mythic units from Overlord. How to evolve Ain's Overlord is by defeating the brand new Undead Tome Legend stages, which you will have to continuously grind multiple of the legend stages. Especially, you'll be needing 10 of each Overlord ring, blue, red, and yellow. Ain's Overlord damage types are magic and dark. Alright, next unit is Law Room. Law is still one of the best ground and support unit in this update 18.5. Especially, Law is extremely strong to bring in Infinity Castle, as he is cheap to max upgrade, which will be useful in Infinity Castle, leaderboard runs, and many more. Law Room stats a max upgrade and max level R, 150,141 damage with his SPA at 5.9 seconds, making his damage per second at 25,447.62, which is insanely good for a support unit, as he has an ability on placement called Shambles. When activated, the enemies will be teleported back, which is insanely strong, and he is a way better Lulu Geas. And this is why Law Room is very valuable, because of his ability. The Shamble ability affects air, ground enemies, and bosses, which is insanely strong. Law Room is incredibly easy to evolve, as you just have to continuously defeat the puppet portal, which are easy to defeat even if you are soloing the portal. The best trait you can have on Law Room is unique, as he is a 3 placement, and alternative trait you can have on him are Sniper and Divine. He will be able to teleport back more enemies with his huge range. Law Room's damage types are magic and aqua. Okay, next unit is Daai No Longer Human. Daai is one of the most magic ground units. In that placement, he will get an extremely strong ability in this update 18.5. Daai no longer human stats a max upgrade and max LR, 326,000 damage with his SPA at 10.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 31,650.48, which is insanely strong, especially he is also a full AoE, which is amazing. Oh my god, I love full AoE, bro. Daai ability, no longer human, makes every enemy loses their status, shield, armored, and many more for 20 seconds, which is insanely strong. So I definitely recommend trying to get Daai since he is literally strong. Like, what the heck, bruh? How to evolve Daai is by defeating the new port agency portal countless of times, which you can obtain through a portal, or you can buy the portals from Daai at the lobby. And how to get Daai is by defeating the new detective secret portal that you can obtain by crafting 4 detective shards, which you can get from defeating the port agency portal. The best trait you can have on Daai no longer human is unique, as he is a 3 placement. Daai no longer human damage types are magic and light. Alright, next unit is Chuo Corruption. Chuo is the best magic heal unit since he is a multi-hit at later upgrades and still having the most overpowered stats despite of him being a 4 placement in this update 18.5. Chuo Corruption stats a max upgrade and max LR, 212,000 damage with his SPA at 8.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 25,542.16, which is insanely pog. Especially as I have mentioned that he is a 4 placement with overpowered stats. How to evolve Chuo Corruption is by defeating the new port agency portal countless of times, which you can obtain through a portal, or you can buy the portals from Daai at the lobby. The best trait you can have on Chuo Corruption is Divine since he is a 4 placement, and if you are going for Infinity Castle, then go for Unique. Yes, go for Unique. Chuo Corruption damage types are magic and fire. Okay, next unit is Pain Divine. Pain is one of the best secret units with his knockback and insanely strong stats at later upgrades in this update 18.5. Pain Divine stats a max upgrade and max LR, 384,000 damage with his SPA at 11.8 seconds, making his damage per second at 32,542.37, which is alright, you know, it's not the worst. And at later upgrades, Pain Divine will be able to hit both air and ground enemies and knock back enemies as well, which is insanely strong. Oh my goodness, bro. And how to evolve Pain Divine is by defeating countless of the new Naruto legend stages, which you will be needing 50 red ninja scrolls, 50 blue ninja scrolls, 50 green ninja scrolls, which is pretty easy to grind when you have the new Naruto units, as it will increase your boost rate of the drops in the legend stages. The best trait you can have on Pain Divine is unique since he is a 3 placement, and Pain Divine damage types are physical and light. Okay, next unit is Goku Ultra. Goku is one of the newest unit added in this update 18.5, and he became the best physical heal unit. Especially Goku is the first physical and storm unit, which will be insanely strong for Infinity Castle in this update 18.5. Goku Ultra stats a max upgrade and max LR, 227,000 damage with his SPA at 7.4 seconds, making his damage per second at 30,675.67, which is insanely strong, especially he is a 4 placement and cheap to max upgrade. How to evolve Goku Super 3 is by defeating the new raid Sacred Plant countless of times, especially you'll be needing 400 Magi, Mark, and Star Fruits to evolve Goku Ultra in this update 18.5. The best trait you can have on Goku Ultra is Divine, as he is a 4 placement, although I recommend getting Unique on Goku. Goku Ultra damage types are physical and storm. Alright, next unit is Sasuke Eternal. Sasuke is one of the best ground units since he does extremely strong burning damage in this update 18.5. Sasuke Eternal stats a max upgrade and max LR, 185,000 damage with his burning doing 185,000 damage with his SPA at 8.4 seconds, making his damage per second at 44,047.61 with burning, which is extremely overpowered. Equipping the Mangekyo Eye Relic will make him even more stronger as it doubles the burn duration. How to evolve Sasuke is by defeating countless of the new Naruto legend stages, which you will be needing 50 red ninja scrolls, 50 blue ninja scrolls, 50 green ninja scrolls. which is pretty easy to grind when you have all of the new Naruto units, as it will increase your boost rate of the drops in the new legend stages. The best trait you can have on Sasuke Eternal is unique, as he is a 3 placement, and Sasuke Eternal damage types are Magic and Storm. Alright, next unit is Alucard Unholy King. Alucard is still one of the best ground unit with his overpower ability that he gets at later upgrades in this update 18.5. Alucard Unholy King stats a max upgrade and max level R for 147,000 damage with his SPA at 8.4 seconds, making his damage per second at 53,214.28, which is insanely strong. Oh my god. How Alucard's ability work is whenever the ability is activated, he will be spawning enemies and will be scaling with his current damage, which is insanely strong. How to get Alucard Unholy King is through opening the brand new spooky 2023 capsules, where there is a tiny chance for the capsule to drop Alucard. So good luck to everyone who is trying to get Alucard Unholy King, and I definitely suggest trying to get him because he is a limited secret unit, so if you're a collector, then get him, yes! The best trait you can have on Alucard is unique, as he is a 3 placement and his ability scales with his damage. Alucard Unholy King damage types are Magic and Dark. Okay, next unit is Koichi Echoes. Koichi is still one of the best ground and support units, since at later upgrades he will become a hybrid unit and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies and slow them. Oh my god! Koichi Echoes stats a max upgrade and max level R, 116,811 damage with his SK at 6.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 18,541.42, which is pretty strong, especially at later upgrades. His slow will make enemies 80% slower, which is basically like a slow, and he's actually the first unit in a while, yes, in a while, that hits both ground and air enemies and slows. Oh my god. How to evolve Koichi to Koichi Echoes is by defeating the new raid Bazaar Town countless of times, because you will be needing 400 killer coins and star fruits for you to evolve your Koichi. I do recommend to buy all of the hard bomb raid relics, since it will help you once you have bought every single one of them. Koichi Echo's damage types are physical and air. Okay, next unit is Buu Ultimate. Kid Buu is the newest secret limited unit added in this update 18.5, and he became one of the best ground units, especially he will become a full AoE at later upgrades and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies in this update. Yippee! Buu Ultimate stats a max upgrade and max level R, 248,000 damage with his SPA at 7.4 seconds, making his damage per second at 33,513.51, which is insanely strong, as he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. How to get Buu Ultimate is through defeating the new raid Sacred Planet countless of times on Act 4 and Act 5. There is a 1% drop rate on Act 4, although there is a 3% drop rate on Act 5, which you can only do 3 times a day. How to evolve Buu is by defeating the new raid Sacred Planet countless of times, especially you will be needing 400 Magi Mark and Star Fruits to evolve Buu in this update 18.5. The best trait you can have on Buu Ultimate is unique, since he is a 3 placement and his damage types are Magic and Rose. Alright, next unit is Uso God. Usopp is the best boss killer in this update 18.5, since he is a hybrid unit on placement, which means he will be able to attack both air and ground enemies. Uso God stats a max upgrade and max level R for 114,182.93 damage with his SPA at 5 seconds, making his damage per second at 82,836.59, which is insanely strong. Uso God is extremely overpowered for Infinity Castle, so I recommend getting Uso God, especially he will be able to carry you in early waves in any maps. The best trait you can have on Uso God is unique, as he is a 3 placement, and Uso God attack types are true damage and air, which means Usopp will be insanely good for Infinity Castle, as he will ignore resistance. Yippee. Okay, next unit is Zid Shadow. Zid is one of the best ground unit, especially he does true damage on placement, which he will ignore resistance, and at later upgrades he becomes a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies in this update 18.5. Zid Shadow stats a max upgrade and max level R 430,000 damage with his SP at 9.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 45,263.15, which is insanely strong, especially on how high his damage per second is. And literally, he is just that guy, as I have previously said all the time. Yeah. How to get Zid is from the brand new Halloween event dungeon, which there is a chance for the unit to be dropped after defeating wave 50, and you can continuously grind, and I wish everyone will get Zid since he is literally meta. The best trait you can have on Zid Shadow is unique, as he is a 3 placement, and Zid Shadow damage types are dark and true damage, which means he will be able to ignore resistance. Alright, next unit is Vegito. Vegito is one of the newest units added in this update 18.5, and he is the most overpowered ground unit. It's unbelievable that he even exists. So Vegito stats a max upgrade and max level are 800,000 damage with his SP at 5.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 150,943.39, which is insanely overpowered. It is the highest damage per second in the game currently, overtaking Usopp's damage per second. The fact that Vegito will be able to hit air enemies is just insanely broken. Like, hello guys, where's the balance in this? How to get Vegito is by fusing both of your Goku Ultra and Vegeta Magi 2. You have to get both of them evolved for this to work. Depending on who you use first, you fuse first, they will either get physical and light or physical and storm. The best trait you can have on Vegito is double unique, especially if you have unique on Goku Ultra and Vegeta Magi 2. It will both transfer and stack on Vegito. Like, oh my god. Vegito damage types are physical and light or storm. Finally, the last but not least unit is Griffith Ascension. Griffith is going to be extremely useful in the brand new Halloween event dungeon, and especially the new legend stages and raids as well. Like, oh my god. So I definitely recommend getting him with Griffith's overpowered passive in this update 18.5. Griffith Ascension stats a max upgrade and max level are 20,711 damage with his SP at 6.3 seconds, making his damage per second at 3,287.46. If you sacrifice buff units, Griffith will turn into Griffith Reincarnation, where it will buff your units by 100%, and you can stack your buff with Griffith Reincarnation, which is incredibly overpowered. If you sacrifice Mythic, Secret, Legendary, Epic, Rare units, Griffith Ascension will become a full AoE DPS unit, which is the most overpowered unit in anime adventures, even better than Dio over Heaven. Do keep in mind that Griffith does not have a cap, making him insanely overpowered, so I definitely recommend trying to get your Griffith Darkness damage to 300 plus damage before he transforms, because it will be broken for Griffith to have such an insane amount of damage, with him being a full AoE and multi-hit, which will be great against shield enemies. Let's go! He's also hybrid, guys, oh my god. Griffith buff is based on the cost of the unit, which if you have maxed out the units, it will give more percentage of damage buff before Griffith transforms. That was everything for this video on the top 10 must-have units in update 18.5. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.